7 at halftime. Bacon County scored early on a turnover and then a long run by Anthony Madison and a great pass by Dawson Jewell to J.P. Peterson. And then our offense seemed to go silent, and it seemed like our defense has been on the field almost the whole second quarter, Brent.
If we had the stats on the time of possession, it would be completely lopsided offensively versus defensively. And we really needed a break right then. We needed halftime. We'd like to have gotten some points on the board there somehow toward the end. But it is you said it a while ago, it's a tie ball game, and it is. It's going to be an important possession here for the Red Raiders as they will receive the kick when they come out. But, you got two hungry football teams, and both football teams feeling like, well, they're due. It's our time to maybe get to that next level that we would say in this region play, and that's what makes this game even more important. I'm telling you how much improved all of the teams in this region are. And just one example, we got a score at halftime, which is just shocking to me. We've been hearing about Swainsboro and their quarterback and some other and the brand new coaching staff there, but it is 13-12. Swainsboro is trailing by 1 point to Benedictine at halftime, and that just amazes me at what Benedictine is capable of doing. Now, there's another whole half to go. We know how football games can go with penalties and turnovers and this, that, and the other. But we'll see how that game pans out, and that's huge implications for the rest of our region. Especially if BC were to somehow or another be upset, and I think that's what it would definitely be.
Swainsboro came into the region, I think, last year, and Swainsboro is they are no stranger to playoffs. They are no stranger to good football. I mean, they got a storied program there, and they've got a quarterback that's one of the finest high school specimens that I've seen in a while. If I'm not mistaken, he'd be a junior this year, but he's about 6'3" or 6'4", can run like a deer and got an arm like a cannon. We put it to him last year, wound up losing in the last seconds. That was probably Dawson Jewell's finest performance last year as a quarterback, and that's when Anthony Madison got discovered, if I remember right. We ran him, but a lot of things left out here on this field, just like we thought. Coach Helton has this whole community fired up. Jeff Davis is, even in their losing seasons, has always been a team that supported their football team, even when they were at home. They travel well, but there just seems to be a heightened sense of excitement and expectation. But we got some boys across the field. We got a coach that our team has taken on his demeanor. Nothing seems to rattle him, and nothing seems to rattle our players. And we've been here.
Yeah.
We've been here before. We've been tied in a close game.
Oh, yeah.
And this is not anything new to our players. I like what Joe Hayes said. We're just businesslike. We don't seem to be rattled. That's not always been the case in Jeff Davis football. I believe our team is expecting to come out here and win. They're going to mark this up as a first half a first half of missed opportunities. But one of the signatures things about this team, and you can elaborate on it if you want to, Brent, one of the things that has impressed me is that we have come out in the second half and taken care of business.
We have. We've been a second-half team as so far this season. We've had our moments in the first half, but our second half, the defense, we've made the correct adjustments. We're flying around to the ball. It's kind of hard to fly around to the ball when you're facing this type of offense from what we've seen with spread offenses we've faced thus far. But this is the telltale story of our football team coming out, tie ball game, rivalry region game, with some historical implications, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast. I think our boys we have been able to make adjustments each and every halftime thus far, from the two scrimmage games to the first three regular season games, and I don't expect any different here. We've got the athletes and the talent. We just got to keep our offense on the field a little bit longer, because their offense got things churning, and hopefully the adjustments will make the difference.
Well, good thing because of our coin toss win, our Reggie's Paint and Body Shop coin toss win at the beginning of the game. Bacon County is going to get the ball here in the begin the second half, and that's important. We need to take control of this game early here in this half.
We anticipate another squib-type kickoff by this young man. We're going to see possibly an onside. There's the whistle. I guess there's not a false start on the, and there's another squib. It's going to go to, they're going to let it roll out of bounds, and it's going to be a penalty. And
we're
if
going
we
to get the ball on the 35-yard line, and I'll take it.
I think they probably will. They would anticipate the exact same type of kick. Let's just see what coach is going. Looks like they're moving the chains and anticipating our offense coming on the field. Let's see which quarterback is taking the field for the Red Raiders. Again, Cooper Brown ran.
I don't know. Looks like that we're going to make them kick it again.
Okay, maybe a little different strategy here for Coach Langford.
Well, you know, I can't hardly say I blame him. Now, this may come back to bite us in the tail, but what you can see Jeff Davis is very, very adamant about doing is keeping the ball out of the hands of our playmakers. They feel like they've got the size, and they're going to try to pound it at us, but they're scared to death of our breakaway speed, and I don't think they feel like they can match our speed. So it's going to be quick against, pound. And let's see what happens right here.
They've come to JP twice over here on the near side. He's lined up at about the 40-yard line. They're kicking off from the 35 now. Let's see if they go up the middle, more of an onside type. We got to get on the ball, and they recover it. Wow.
Exactly what we didn't need to happen. This bit us right square in the tail.
A slight hesitation there by the second level. In the back of their minds, they're thinking, well, this ball may roll out of bounds, but it took just a Jeff Davis kick, popped right straight up, nearly into the hands of their own guy. So our defense is going to be back on the field here as we start the second half.
Wow.
You know, and this type of, and I call that an onside type kick. That was different from a squib. He was kicking it almost at the up man.
And we were not expecting it to go to the other side of the field.
Lone receiver to the near side, and that set again, tight formation. They hand it to the back. He gets tackled with about a 2-yard gain. That's a great tackle by Shady coming up from the cornerback position. Ankle tackle, which will bring them down every time.
They are on our 37-yard line. It'd be 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8.
They've got a lineman down. It looks like a cramp. I might be wrong. The way the young man just kind of went down. Number 72, and he's spinning around here.
We're going to take a Burt CPA timeout. You're listening to 93.5 The Eagle. Number 72 for Jeff Davis, Harrison Sheeler.
Maybe a little more than a cramp there.
Yeah.
He may have got dinged his ankle or a
yeah,
leg.
he's limping coming off. He is a senior offensive and defensive lineman. Harrison Sheeler is his name. Jeff Davis looks. Britt Metz, quarterback, comes over. He's talking to Coach Helton. They're signaling in the plays. He runs back out to his huddle. I don't really personally like this, where you run your quarterback back into the whole game.
We did that several years back with Matt Thrift.
Yeah, and by the end of the game, of course, he went both ways. He was exhausted a lot of times.
Looks like we got a whistle on the other side.
Delay a game. Boy, the coach ain't going to like that.
Nope.
Delay a game.
And it's his fault. You typically have a coach down here that's watching that clock, making sure. That's a plus for the Red Raiders. It's going to be second down and about 13 now.
We need to stop them right here. We've got to make, and it might wind up we wish we hadn't, but it looks to me like we need to stop them and make them try to beat us through the air.
This is definitely the offense, not an offense set up for second, third, and long. But again, when you get 3-4 yards in a cloud of dust, it's hard to argue with. And they're in nearly 4-down territory now, so they're going to come to take the snap. They're going to hand off to the.
There goes that bug sweep.
And Castile is right on it for about a 2-yard gain. It's going to be about 3rd and 11 now.
Yeah.
Maybe a 3rd and 12.
Yeah, that was a 1-yard gain.
That was a great play there by the defensive end, Castile.
Sure was. The adjustments we've been talking about. Looks like we made some adjustments. Coach Willis Yates, our defense coordinator, evidently had some church with our defensive line and our linebackers about staying home. One of the things that we are known for is blitzing, but I don't see us blitzing right now.
We're staying home and staying in our gaps.
And I think that's important. You can blitz yourself right out of a play if you're not careful.
Let's see if we can't hold them here to a 3rd and long. It's going to be, it is 3rd and long, 3rd and 13. And he's going to hand it to the sweep. He's going to sweep to the outside. We got a containment, and I think we're going to stop him. Yes, and it's going to be about 4th and a long 2, about 2.5.
Actually, I think he's going to mark it dead on the line. And it's going to be 4th and 1, Brent.
Again, I'm looking at the wrong marker over there. I apologize. 4th and 1. It's definitely.
Man, we needed to stop that. Oh, goodness gracious. We had them back, and we just let them get 11 yards.
This is about the spot we held them in the first quarter for a late first quarter for a 4th down opportunity. We got one wide to the far side.
JP better be careful.
Quarterback under center. We clog up that middle.
First down.
Yeah, he's just leaning in for the first down. Another 2 yards for
if they keep us 3rd and short all night, it's going to be a long night for us.
It sure will. The clock's going to churn, and they're going to add points to the scoreboard.
We're just not big enough. We're not as big as they are, and all they got to do is lean on us. 9 minutes, 22 seconds left. Jeff Davis on our 27.5-yard line.
Well, Rev, the one thing that stunting will allow you to do is to possibly create some havoc in that backfield to create a stop, to make it 2nd, 3rd, and long. But we're sitting back on our haunches just kind of waiting, and he cuts it back. And, again, we're going to tackle him forward for another about a 5-yard gain.
Coach Yates is walking down the sideline, making a defensive call.
Well, we did the unthinkable in giving up basically an onside kick by Jeff Davis to start this 3rd quarter. And now we're putting ourselves, again, in just a poor position as we start this second half on a defense that was tired at the end of the 2nd quarter because they were on the field so long. And we're back up to the line of scrimmage, and he hands off to that 21 again, and he cuts it back up the middle, and he's going to be tackled inside the 10-yard line. That's just the result of a tired defensive line.
They run 21 some during the first half, but they just beat on us with those big backs. And 21 is their playmaker. He's the one that can break it. And they've got the Kirby boys, Jay-Sean and Jalen Kirby, 2 big backs that pound on you, and then all of a sudden they turn 21 loose. And he cuts to the edge, and you got trouble stopping him.
But we got a
timeout. We're going to take a Burt CPA timeout as your Bacon County Red Raiders take a timeout. Bacon County is coming slowly back to the field, and Jeff Davis sprints back to the field. Linebackers still talking to Coach Yates, KJ Brown, the quarterback of our defense.
At what point do you sell out, Rev, as a linebacker core and try to make something happen?
Now'd be a good time.
And there goes that. There's the quarterback. He finally keeps it, and they're going to tackle him just inside the 5-yard line for about a 2-yard gain, maybe 3.
Man, I'd like to see a turnover here. They're just inside the 5-yard line. It's 2nd and goal from about the 4.5. In fact, the back end of the ball may be touching the 5-yard line. It's very close to the 5.
Under 8 minutes as they're continuing to pile on their time of possession.
Yeah.
And here's the snap and a handoff to the up back, and he's going to push in for the touchdown.
There again, our linebacker sold out to the right side, and he run to the left. And just like that, it's 13-7 with 7 minutes and 41 seconds left. A botched kickoff attempt where we called for them to kick the ball off, even though they kicked it out of bounds on the first try. And a very good play call on their part. They kicked it back to the opposite side of the field and caught us snapping. And a lot of luck involved in that play. That ball checked up instead of running out of bounds like it should have. It checked up and stayed in bounds and hit one of their up backs running. And he caught the ball and was tackled on the spot.
I'll take a missed extra point here.
I would too.
Something good to happen. But it's up and it's left.
He missed it.
And it is wide. No good.
He missed it. Good call.
That might be the difference in the game. You know, I'll take anything at this point after that mistake that we had there. Raiders are going to come out, and hopefully they'll be a little bit more aggressive to go and get this ball and get on it. You know, that was a huge turning point for the Red Raiders. I still don't think they can stop us, Rev. Our offense just hasn't been on the field enough for us to prove it.
Right.
I think there's still plenty of time to give them a heavy dose of Madison, which is going to open up the outside for the receivers.
And we need to make sure we get this kickoff. And they're not going to give us an opportunity. I'd keep one guy back just in case.
Yeah, and that's Castillo as the deep man. Everybody's up.
I hope our guys understand what's at stake right here. They're counting on that their defense is going to be able to stop us. It's good football. Good football.
Here comes the kick, and he is going to squib it. He kicks it high. 29 gets it and goes to the ground, which is great play by that young man.
And we're going to get it on the 40-yard line. He wasn't going to let it go back.
29 is not on our roster.
29 is Trey Mobley.
Okay, there we go.
Dawson Jewell coming back out at quarterback. We need to get a little hop in our step right here. The offense can't be tired.
No, they can't be. They got to be ready. Other than the kids that's been playing defense, but you get a little bit of kick in your step on offense.
And we're spreading them out. Got 2 wide to the top, 2 wide to the bottom. Got twins, top and bottom. Got a long setback in Anthony Madison. Looks like we may have some chain problems.
We have 7 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. Again, plenty of time here. Raiders trail 13-7 after if you're just joining us, after the botched kickoff, for us, basically an onside kick that was recovered. And Jewell takes a snap, hands it to Madison. He cuts right up the middle for that 6 or 7, 8-yard gain that he's been getting all night. We just got to hand it to him.
Got to hand it to him, just like you said, hit the ball. Hit the hole fast. It was a 7-yard gain.
Rev, the first, about the third or fourth offensive snap of the game, he takes it about, 60 yards?
Yes, 50 to 60. I would say it's his third touch of the game. I think it was our second possession.
Yeah, we've just got to keep our offense on the field and score. I don't care if we score in 1 minute, 2 minutes, or 6 minutes. And Madison again, he jumps over a guy, and he's going to get another 8 yards. Showed some more athletic ability by the young man, more of a north-south runner. If you've never heard us describing, he's about almost 6'2", roughly 15 pounds. He looks like he's 225 with his hips in the thighs. But the young man, I call him a 40-yard man. He's going to get you 40, and somebody's probably going to run him down, but he's going to run over some people in the process.
Yes, he's quick.
First down for the Red Raiders. Oh, man, a pass. I believe the pass was supposed to go to Shady, but he overthrew him, and probably should have been an interception there as the ball was almost scooped up by number 6, the cornerback. He's pretty upset at himself. But I'm glad it met the ground.
That was a good play call.
It really was.
I don't know what happened on the pass.
It just wasn't executed correctly by the receiver. I'm not sure there, but either way, it's over with. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Raiders.
This is where we get in trouble when you throw on first down.
We're going to hand it to Madison. He cuts up the middle, and there goes 8, 9, 10, 12 yards for Madison. They cannot stop him.
Did I see a flag? No, there's something down. It's a rag. Somebody's rag. Uh-oh, now we're going to start talking. Let's don't resort to our old days where we talk more and we play. That's been a history of Bacon County. We love to chit-chat sometimes. Let's just play football, guys, and get back ahead. Got a referee. He's calling them together. He's going to talk to him. He's fixing to toss one of them now. He's just not going to have this.
Well, I like this about the official, calling the seemingly the captains of the team, the linemen over and linebackers, and say, hey, this is enough. And again, folks at home, this is a huge rivalry game for our guys, both teams, and it's difficult sometimes. I noticed 21 after each of his scores down here. He was pointing and turning and cackling. So, again, it's spirited on both sides. We just hope our guys can
we got to be better,
it.
and I don't care what the other team
We got to be better than that.
Yeah. Got to act like we've been here.
Three wide to the bottom, one to the top. Jules going to hand it off again to Madison. He cuts back up the middle. He's going for 5, maybe 6, 7 as he holds on to the ball.
Great play by Anthony Madison.
Another 8 yards for a first down as the chains are going to move again.
They had it totally clogged up. He stopped on a dime, and then he turned it north and south.
I'm sorry.
8 yards.
About almost a 9-yard gain.
About a 9-yard gain.
I said earlier, he's averaging about 8 yards a carry. They're averaging about 4 or 5 yards a carry. They've just run maybe 3 times the plays we have tonight.
We seem to run better out of this when we spread it out a little bit.
I expect a throw here soon out to the top to Castile. And there it goes. And let's see if he's going to get over it. And he does for the touchdown. Touchdown! Yeah, woo! I got to start calling it more often, Rev. I mean, come on.
You saw him on an island out there. That was a great call. Coach Brent, great call.
And that's the speed there that we've been able to witness now from Castile as he was lagging a little bit behind.
Fast.
And he's the fastest kid on our team when he went past the 40-yard mark.
There's an ATC broadband touchdown for the Red Raiders. Remember, you can stream, surf, game, and go social with ATC's high-speed internet with unlimited data usage for all the devices in your home. This is huge right here, Brent.
It certainly is. And he's been solid all year long, hasn't missed. And Ronaldo up and in, 14-13. Red Raiders take the lead, and we methodically go down and score, Rev. You know, that's what this Red Raider team has been made of all season long. And it's almost like keeps surprising us because we've seen some teams in the past whose expectations, sometimes we maybe have exceeded ourselves, but we've had some teams in the past with the ability to make something happen. And it seems like this team continues to do that. Now, obviously, we've made tons of mistakes, especially early on. But we're up. You know, you can't complain about that.
No. If anybody's listening happens to have a glycerin tablet, if you'll bring it to the
bring it to the booth.
That may have been a bad joke. But with 5 minutes, 44 seconds left, your Raiders are ahead 14-13. We're about to kick off. And one of the greatest unknown or little-known weapons in all of 2AA football, number 88, Drake Bloodworth.
And guess what? This young man is a junior.
Junior?
I'm pretty sure. Well, he was in our junior meeting today, so I'm assuming he's a junior.
He's either a junior or he's lost.
Yeah, so. He's listed as a. I guess he was lost. He's listed as a senior on the paper, maybe.
Or his girlfriend was in the junior meeting, maybe.
And there's the kick, and it's going to be not quite as long, and they're going to receive it on the 20. He's going to run to the wide side. We got a tackler coming in, and we got a chance. He's down the sideline. He's going to score from the 20 to the 10. Touchdown. Jeff Davis. They run it all the way back. We don't kick it deep. I don't think he meant to do that, Rev. I think he caught it high on his foot, and he didn't kick it as deep as he normally did, and he run it all the way back.
You could see the hole opening up For some reason, we were all bunched to the right side of the field, and he just took it to the left side. I don't know where our coverage was at.
Yeah, and that's
I don't know where our coverage was at. Coach is talking to the kicker as he comes back, and are they gonna go for 2 here? I wouldn't be surprised.
Looks like they may be.
Those big running backs, I'd take my chances.
They're gonna kick the extra point here, and it's still with 5 minutes and 30 seconds. And again, what a turn of events, a motion there as the Red Raiders give up another big one here on the special teams, as we did earlier. They got us offside.
Offsides on us. And now they're going to go for 2.
They didn't. I don't see a flag. I think he must have maybe. Okay, there it is.
The one that blocked the kick, number 6.
Yeah, they will likely go for 2 now.
Ryan Barton. Yeah, they're bringing in their big boys. They're definitely going to go for 2 now. Half the distance to the goal. This is big.
Yeah, got a little over anxious there trying to time it and maybe potentially get that block, and he was able to because he was offsides just a little bit. And it's going to give the Jackets an opportunity to go for 2 here at short distance, which they've been very effective all night long. Raiders are down 19-14. So, again, a huge play here for the Jackets if they can get it in to stretch it to 21.
They're going to hand this thing off to a big running back.
And they're just going to lean forward, which is what they've done. I can't imagine no trick here. Of course, we're probably going to sell out to the middle, and somebody could walk in on the outside. But here they are in that wing T formation. Here's the snap, and they're going to hand it off. He sweeps, and he's going to get in.
Got a missed tackle.
And here comes the flag. We got some guys are together here. We're going to see what happens here. I hope it's not on Bacon County. We can't afford any more problems on our kickoffs.
Yep.
So this is going to be, I think, a dead ball foul.
See what he says here. As soon as we get a call, let you know what the call is.
There's a little extra business after the 2-point conversion.
Let's see what the call is. Here comes the white hat, the head official. He comes to us right here, and he's going to make the call.
Fans anticipating a personal foul against Bacon County.
Us.
And it is. And they're going to get the kickoff from about the 40 or 45-yard line.
5 minutes and 30 seconds left. It's 21-14. Oh, how quick this game. This is a typical Jeff Davis, Bacon County war right here.
Oh,
and don't be surprised to see a onside kick right here, because if they recover this, they're in business.
Yeah, I said 45. Folks, it's on our 45.
Yep.
So they're on the other side of the 50-yard line now. At this point, if you've got a guy that can kick it into the end zone, this is when you do it. But if you don't, they're probably going to stay with this squib. Our guys are going to have to be prepared to get on it. And you got to think they're going to do the same thing, Rev. And here is the kick, and they're going to punch it. And that's a true, and it's not going to go 10 yards. It's just going to be a penalty. Pick it up and run it. We could have run up there, grabbed it, and took off running, actually.
Right.
But it didn't go 10 yards. It's going to be a penalty. And we're going to get it about
37, 36, 37-yard line.
Well, we're going to get it on the 37-yard line.
And here comes our offense. 5 minutes and 30 seconds left. As we've already said, Jeff Davis 21, Bacon County 14. 2 back-to-back penalties. One was an offsides on an extra point that wound up giving them the opportunity to go for 2. It cost us 2 points. And then this penalty's unsportsmanlike in the end zone. Looks like it may not have hurt us as bad.
All right, 2 wide, 2 to the top, 2 at the bottom. Madison in the backfield with Jewell. He looks to throw, and it's going to be a short gain.
Maybe a yard gain. I tell you, Shady has just not been on the same page with the quarterbacks this year.
Yeah, Jewell run over immediately to him and was saying, because Jewell looked that way to begin with, maybe anticipating something else. I think Shady went for a hook. Maybe it's like a hook play, and maybe it was supposed to be like a wide receiver screen. But nonetheless, it's about a 1 yard gain. It's going to be second and a long 9, which is not, where you want to put yourself. Here's the snap. There's a handoff to Madison. He cuts up the middle, especially when Madison gets 8, 9, 10 yards a pop as he's got here, and that's going to be close to a first down.
It is a first down.
That's about a 12, 13-yard carry.
I'll tell you, the consistent has been our offensive line. We continue to open holes, and we get that big running back running. And he's made sometimes he's made something out of nothing. He's got very good vision for a big back. But as tight as they're playing us, they're playing a 2-deep safety, and it's already hurt them one time. And Lagondrick has opened on an out pattern.
He's going to make the catch for another first down as he dives closer to the line of scrimmage.
And that's going to be a first down. I think you're right.
It is.
11-yard pickup.
Again, methodically moving down the field. They have not stopped the Raiders all night. The problem is, folks, this is only our third drive of the game. Am I correct? After the kickoff?
Talking about
maybe the fourth, only the fourth drive of the game.
Fifth drive. We've punted one time.
3 wide to the near side.
We've had a couple of turnovers.
Wide receiver to the top. That's Castile on that island. And we're going to hand it to Madison. And he cuts it up the middle again. He cuts outside. He's up the middle for about almost 15, excuse me.
You know what a defensive back says when he breaks through past the linebackers? He goes, oh, no.
Oh,
no. Because you're trying to tackle a 215-pound back that is a heavy
This is a man
runner.
who's averaged 180 yards a game in 3 games. 6th leading rusher in the state in all classifications. And he's well over 100 tonight. He cuts back to that right side. He's wide open. He's going to score. Yes, he walks in.
There you go.
It's unbelievable.
No flags. And just like that, it's 21-20. That was your ATC broadband touchdown for your Red Raiders. When everyone's online at the same time in your house, ATC's internet has unlimited data usage and high speed to keep you connected to the world. We want to thank Bennett and Johnson for our sideline report, and also Burt CPA for their timeouts. We appreciate all of our sponsors. Reggie's Paint and Body, we appreciate them.
Big kick right here for the Raiders to tie it up. It's 21-20. Ronaldo, snap, hold, it's up, and is it going to get through? Good. It's good.
It was blocked, but it went through.
Partially blocked. New ball game, Rev.
I'll take it any way we can. 21-20.
3 minutes, 51 seconds on the clock. We're going to take a break.
You're listening to 93.5 The Eagle.
Trick play. He's going to throw at some point and catch us off guard.
Welcome back, everybody. Red Raiders are a little bit slow getting back on the field. We've made some adjustments on our kickoff team, looks like. Looks like we put the hands team out there. No, I'm sorry. We're kicking the ball off. I was looking across, and all I saw was receivers. So we're going to be kicking. Boy, am I mixed up or
Man,
what?
this is an emotional game. Listen, I'm telling you, it's an emotional game. What the tides have turned both ways here in this second half. It's unbelievable, really, with 3:51. And here comes the kick from Ronaldo. And he boots it high and deep.
Right back to the same guy.
To about the 10-yard line.
And he's wide open.
Let's see if we can't cover this one. And we're going to tackle him pretty hard on the 40.
But he's on the 42-yard line. And we done the exact same thing. Kicked it to the same guy. I was watching this in the lineup. We only had 4 guys on this side of the field. We had 6 to the top. And we're trying to get it where we kick it, and they move the ball.
Right.
Clip block against them. That's going to help us out a little bit.
That's a big play there.
Big play.
We were trying to force them to that
and
opposite
they cut
side
it back
of the field.
across the field where we don't have anybody.
This kid's got a lot of speed. He's the one that took it back. The best result is we did tackle him on the 40, and he didn't take it to the G on the other end. But they're going to get the ball now. Is that a 15-yard penalty? We're about to find out when they step it off here. It's at least, I think that's a 15-yard penalty with a chop block.
Let's see where he's starting it from.
They're going way back. That should be a 15-yard penalty. I know it's at least a 10, and where he's spotting it, yes, sir.
Let's see if he's going to move it from there. Okay, it's going to be on the 21 or 22-yard line.
That's nearly about an 18-yard penalty.
Yeah,
is what the result of the from the return. They're going to take. They got to find the ball now on the right hash.
So do we.
And our defense is going to line up. Let's see if we can't make something happen. We were just talking something. We got to make something happen. They got to make a mistake, and they're going to hand it off. He cuts it up the middle. Big tackle by the linebacker.
That's the way to come in, KJ. KJ Brown, he was sitting there waiting. He cut it back up the middle. He met him. It's about a 2-yard gain. They're young freshman, number 18 for them.
Folks, a 2-yard gain.
James Wood, yeah.
Only a 2-yard gain is really a win for our defense. The way they've been leaning on us all night with this type of style of offense that
we need to stop and so we can get good field position.
Yeah, keep them out of a 4-down position. And here's a stunt up the middle.
Oh goodness!
And there's that trick play. That quarterback on that outside corner. Oh! No, are you kidding me? And he knows what he did when he did it. And now we got JD guys in his face, and that's unnecessary. But yes, the young man made the mistake.
That was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, their quarterback was 3 yards out of bounds when he hit him. I wasn't quite that far, but he was a good 2 yards.
Definitely time for him to pull up.
Yeah, it's time to take him out and give him a talking to.
And I believe that I won't call the young man's name, but just a mistake. The Raiders had. It was already a good play call by the Jeff Davis. It was a 10-yard gain, and then we're going to tack on another 15. So we're going to give them the 15 yards back that they took. They took on the other.
Bad enough that they had a huge gain on it. Then you tack another 15 on top of it, which that was not home cooking. That was just us being ridiculous.
That's just a poor play there by the young man.
It's actually going to put them across midfield, and there goes our field position.
Ball will be put down on about the 48-yard line of the Red Raiders. It's going to be first down, 21-21, 3 minutes left in this, or is that 3 seconds? 3 seconds.
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
3 minutes
Can't
left.
tell where the dots are.
Quarter.
And here we go. Here's the snap. And they're going to hand to the 21, the little scat back. We got to.
He's shifty.
He sure is. We got to wrap him up. We got to grab a hold and hang on.
We're reaching as he's running by. That's a 6-yard gain for Jeff Davis.
Well, we talked who may come down to the last possession, or whoever makes the first mistake, or the next mistake, I should say.
And we are piling them up.
And that's
piling them up.
The latest mistake was the personal foul there.
We get a good play, a penalty against them, and then we just turn around and give it back.
Right up the middle by 34 for about a 2.5-yard gain.
It'll be close to a first down. I didn't see no penalty, but their quarterback's slow getting up. It's going to be third and less than a yard. Third and a short one, unless we can some way stop them for a loss.
Umpire having a conversation with the blue team. Not sure exactly what's going on there. But it's going to be third down and what?
Third down and less than a yard.
About 2 footballs there. Let's see if they don't run it outside here, as we may sell out to the middle.
Got a penalty?
Is that going to be a false start?
False start. Man,
oh,
needed that.
Boy, it's going to be sick. There's the one of the few mistakes in the second half that Jeff Davis has made. It's going to be third and 6.
In comes Bloodworth, number 51. We're going to try to stack it up right here.
Huge
we
play
need
here.
to play at home. We don't. You mentioned, and it's true. You mentioned about our defense flying around. The problem with flying around with a wing T is it'll get you beat. I appreciate the aggressiveness, but we need to be aggressiveness while we play our assignments. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. I think you look for something on that wide side here. They're going to call a timeout on the Jeff Davis side with 1 minute and 21 seconds remaining in the third quarter, 21-21.
You listening to 93.5.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent.
Glad you're okay, Sarah. We'll take care of everything.
And the company that stands behind them.
Thanks so much for your help.
No problem.
Auto Owners Insurance.
Bennett Bennett & Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
To come up here and shake hands. We're friends off the field, but I'm still going for the Raiders tonight. 1 minute, 21 seconds left, 21-21, 1 minute, 21 seconds left in the third quarter. This has been all that you paid for. We haven't mentioned our fans tonight, Brent.
Yeah,
we've got a great-looking set of fans. Not only is our stands full over there, the sideline is full, up and down the sideline of Bacon County fans.
Well, I said I was going to be disappointed if I looked over and saw any silver. The only silver I see is on the steps.
Yeah.
So the stands are full, sideline is full. Big play here for the Red Raiders, third down and a long 6.
Big play right here.
Quarterback settles in. He takes the snap, runner in motion. They can make, and he steps back. Oh, a big tackle by Castile in the backfield. He sniffed it out.
Sniffed it out, and they're just going to drop him from about a 3 or 4 yard loss. They're going to get the opportunity to punt the football here.
Possibly the play of the game by Castile there. He met him. I mean, he almost was there for the handoff. He was back there so quick.
I'm going to have to give a big shout out to Coach Willis Yates, or our coaching staff, the defensive coaching staff, for calling a great play then, a blitz from Castile, who come off the edge.
I tell you what, again, I'm so scared. Our special teams have played really well the last few weeks, but I'm scared of another mistake here. I don't think they'll go for it here with a tie ball game. 47 seconds remaining in the third. Here comes the soccer style, and there goes the fake, and he drops it. It's incomplete. The Raiders are going to take over with good field. I told you.
They called it incomplete. We got a penalty over there.
I told you I was.
I hope it's not offsides on us.
If it's not offsides, could it be holding or something of that nature? Holy smokes.
See what we got.
Holy smokes. This could be the difference. False start.
We're going to decline that penalty.
And we're going to take over. What a great play by the Red Raiders. Once again, our defense makes a play. Now, that was one of the calls I didn't want to make. I was scared of something like that happening here for Jeff Davis, because you know what they understand, Rev? They understand that we've taken the ball and scored 2 times in a row, these 2 possessions we've had, with little to no trouble.
We just need to, right now, we need to buckle this thing down with 37 seconds left. Third quarter, we need to take this game over. What a game.
We haven't done this. Can we give shout-outs on the radio?
Yeah.
I want to give a shout-out to Mr. Jimmy Scott, who is watching this game back in Denton area. He actually lives in Jeff Davis, but he is our young farmer coordinator at Bacon County High School, and he's got this up on the big screen, or he's got this up on the radio, and he's listening to us. And I just want to thank him for being a part of Raider Nation. There's a catch by Legondrick as he skips away, and he's still on his feet. He's got to go down before the ball comes out after about a 15-yard gain.
We got it in the hands of our playmaker, and there he goes. Legondrick Snail, man.
First down, 27 seconds.
We've had some athletes that were bigger and faster, but I don't know that we've had anybody that had a bigger heart.
Man, this kid he's for real. He had 2 interceptions last week. If you shut him down, which teams will have to double team him to do it on offense, he's going to make things happen on defense. In the shotgun, 2 wide, handed to Madison. He cuts up the middle for another 5, leans in for 6, 7 yards. Again, this young man is probably about 150, 160 yards into this game, and just keeps pounding as our offensive line does a great job. Rev, we're pushing them even more so than they are on the opposite side of the field.
That's right, and they're big. And that's going to be the end of your third quarter. Your score 21-21. Man, you don't want to turn this thing off. This is going to be a wild finish. I got all ideas. You're listening to 93.5 The Eagle. Johnson sideline report. We sure appreciate all that they do, and all of our in-game sponsors, Bacon County Hospital, McDonald's, Pineland Bank, Sips and Such Cafe, Burt's CPA, DQ Grill and Chill, Coastal Pines Technical College, D.L. Lee and Sons, Shorty's Barbecue, and Newberry Paint and Body. We got trips to the top. We've changed possession or changed the field, flopped the field. Now we're heading towards the north end zone. Dawson Jewell looks over. He's making the call. 13 seconds left on the play clock. We're on the 40 or 35-yard line of Jeff Davis.
And he's going to pass to LeGondrick on the island. He tosses it up. Gondrick goes and finds the ball.
Yes, he does.
And he's down at the 2-yard line. There's interference. It's going to be first and goal.
A catch. It was interference.
From about the 3-yard line.
We're calling let's see.
Poor spot, 4-yard line.
I don't see any flags other than the one that was called for interference.
Yeah, the receiver.
Come on, LeGondrick. Let's don't get this.
Yeah. Receiver never turned around, and Gondrick fought his way back to make the catch.
And that young man's got a hard job. Emmanuel Rumpf, he's just a junior. He's played LeGondrick pretty good all night. We're going to take the catch anyway. The penalty doesn't matter. We're going to take the catch, and we are inside the 5-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 4.
Don't expect anything cute here from the Red Raiders.
Let's see. We may take the penalty because it may give us more yardage from where it was called.
That is correct.
If we decline it, never mind. And we're going to be on the 4-yard line, dead on the 4-yard line. So it's first down or first and goal from the 4-yard line. You knew it was coming, Brent.
All right, here comes the Red Raiders. Creeping at the door, 3 wide to the top, 1 to the bottom. You got to think Madison's getting it or Jewell is going to keep it. He cuts up the middle, dives in, leans over for the touchdown. He's in.
That was effort. Great
sure
play by
was.
the offensive line, but Madison Anthony got hit on about the 2-yard line, and they stood him up, and he just would not be denied.
Whipped back. I tell you, I want to say something about this young man. It's hard to. I'm not by no means am I complaining at all. I mean, this young man is averaging 180 yards a game. He has about 180 tonight again. I've seen some things out of this young man tonight that we haven't. He's been cutting back. Good vision.
Yes.
I mean, he's given himself some extra yards by cutting back either at the line of scrimmage or at that second level, Rev.
He's just getting the totes. He's beginning to feel the game. I don't think that's something that can be coached. That's just natural.
Another big kick here for Ronaldo. And here's the snap, the hold, and the kick. And it's good.
Yes.
It's going to be 28.
Man, they're flattening our guys.
They run in there to the snap or to the
the
holder.
white hat is sitting there staring straight at it.
He just run over our holder, and he just did.
Evidently, he doesn't see a foul. So we're going to take another Burt CPA timeout with 11 minutes and 41 seconds left. Your Bacon County Red Raiders 28. Bacon County right now is up 34-31. That was your ATC broadband touchdown for the Red Raiders. Booyah! Right down the pipe again. Mr. Juarez is perfect, I think.
35-21, Red Raiders lead.
35-21.
I feel just a little bit better, Rev.
Yep.
What a huge defensive play. I think, oh, boy.
It ain't over.
Real quick, I need to get this in. Another shout-out from Mr. Clay Dean. The Satilla REMC is still out working hard tonight. They're listening to us on the radio. So thankful for those guys as they worked extremely hard these last. They're not telling how many total hours them guys worked. You got guys in your church,
yeah,
and we've
Pike,
got
REA.
Just thank those guys.
Satilla REMC, Romeo, and all of his staff, Johnny Allen, and all of those guys that making sure our electricity gets cut back on. And REMC Satilla serves 9 counties. Those guys are working tirelessly. I do want to offer, make sure that Raider Nation hears one of the linemen, I think it's from either Arizona or Arkansas, got burnt and electrocuted pretty badly over in Ocilla. And I understand, talking to Sheriff Cawthorn, that there was an injury. One of the linemen got caught between 2 trucks down in Brantley County. These guys are trying to get our electricity back on, but we need to remember them. We need to remember our policemen, all the people at the hospital, Bacon County Hospital, that work 24-hour shifts to make sure everything was took care of. Communities come together. Georgia's come together. U.S. has come together in Irma. And we pooch it again.
He calls for a fair catch. I hope he saw it.
Yep. And Ragondrick was on the right side.
They're going to get the ball now in their worst field position of the night at about the 22-yard line. And we just need our Red Raider defense. And you got to think, Coach, they're in a position now.
There's a flag on the field, Brent. I'm sorry.
That's okay. They're in a position now that they're going to have to try to throw the ball. With 2 touchdowns down and this.
Now we can open it up.
3 yards in a cloud of dust.
Now they're going to get to see our speed on defense.
That's correct. They saw a taste of it on that last play. I can't wait to go back and look at the highlight film of that. I want to see the film on that. I mean, K.J. Brown come there like a missile, put his helmet right on the ball, I'm pretty sure.
Sure he did.
And sometimes you're hesitant when you see a boy trying to pick the ball up, but he scooped it right up, and he had a trail of Raiders with him.
I don't know what that call is. I don't know that I've ever seen that
Superman?
call. I don't know what that call is.
I don't know.
I've watched football my whole life, and I don't know what that call is.
Either way, it's like some type of personal foul, maybe.
It was a personal foul, 15-yard penalty.
Was it was it? That's almost. Was it a horse collar type?
That may have been the horse collar. I don't know, but
JD has put themselves in a big hole now as they start on their 11-yard line. And again, with this offensive scheme they have, they're going to have to do some things. They got to score twice, folks, in 6 minutes and 56 seconds. And like Rev said,
we call a timeout. Is that right?
I'm not sure what's going on.
See what's going on.
I'm not sure if he maybe had to call a timeout for some reason.
Timeout on us. We're going to take a Burt CPA timeout. You're listening to 90.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent.
Glad you're okay, Sarah. We'll take care of everything.
And the company that stands behind them.
Thanks so much for your help.
No problem.
Auto Owners Insurance.
Bennett Bennett & Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Moment to mention our Red Raider Spirit sponsors. We want to give thanks to Pro Vinyl, Advantage South, Country Financial, F&B South of Alma, Associates in Local Government Assistance, Brantley Printing and Office Supply, First Baptist Church of Alma, and Southern Star Saddles and Tack. Here we go. It's on the 10-yard line, maybe the 11-yard line. They're on 11-yard line. Jeff Davis, quarterback Mets, turns and hands it off, and they got an opening.
And I'll take 3 or 4 yards now all night, the rest of the night, Coach, because that's all it's going to do is run that clock, 6:48. If they 3 yards a down, it's going to take them 3 to 4 minutes to get down the field, if not longer.
They're showing that we still have 3 timeouts on the scoreboard, but I think that puts us down to 1 timeout, if I'm not mistaken. 6:36 Mets, brings in the plays, runs to the sideline, gets the play, run back out. He's about to break his huddle. 14 seconds left on the play clock. But once they get under center, it doesn't take long for them to move. They got a bunch formation here. I don't know if they.
There goes that receiver. Oh, and the quarterback just got smoked. And he does get outside, but I mean the quarterback just got ripped right after the handoff.
Well, we're coming in, and you don't know when they're going to run it. I don't know if the coach is calling for something, but we don't know if they're going to run it. So everybody is eligible on that wing tee, so we're making sure the quarterback's accounted for. Our guys were starting to get a little bit tired.
Completely legal. What happened, but he was unblocked, whoever come through there. You have to think it was one of those middle linebackers.
Well, you can see what they're doing. They're trying to bunch to one side, just get us outmanned, outnumbered, so that they can find a crease.
5 minutes, 58 seconds now on the clock.
Watch him running free, guys.
And there's that sweep. And we've got him here on the side. Again, this offense is not set up to go vertical. Now, you have to think at some point they're going to attempt to go vertical here, but, folks, one of the strongest parts of our defensive is our defensive secondary. It's been one of the strongest. Our defense has really carried us. Obviously, our offense has been working tonight if we're able to stay on the field, but our defense is what has carried us and kept us on the straight and narrow these first 3 ball games. And the Red Raiders have a chance to do something extremely special if we can wind this clock down 5 more minutes,
Just
folks.
run clock, 5 minutes, 13-12. They're on their 25-yard line.
And he hands it up the middle, and there's a big tackle after about 3 yards by 61.
Nice Andrew Bloodworth, I think.
Yep.
Looking at Garrett Anderson, I hope that's not injury. He's just leaning down. I think he may be exhausted. He's been running all night. But he scored a touchdown, man.
Oh, he had to run it 65 yards for that touchdown.
There's an old song from us old cats that used to play on the radio after the game. You gotta be a touchdown hero to get along with the beautiful girl.
Man, folks, I know. I apologize for that, but I'm telling you, this man is singing for a reason. We got good things are happening right here. 4:31 on the clock.
Here comes the pass, and they flood the zone. Almost intercepted by Garrett Anderson.
He could have tipped it to himself.
Yeah.
That's going to be 3rd down.
I believe that's going to bring up 4th down, and they're going to punt it. They're going to take the – but be careful. They dropped a 1st down a while ago. That drop pass, just like what were we calling our decision to make them kick again.
That's right.
We were afraid that may come back and bite us in the You know what? When I really think back some of the uncharacteristic mistakes that we've made, some things that we've tried to do, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, but they've kind of went against us. For us to be up 2 touchdowns right now with 4 minutes left in the 4.5 minutes left.
And there goes that kick, that soccer-style kick, and Gondry needs to get out of the way.
Let it go out of bounds.
Just let it roll out of bounds, and let's hand it to Madison, and let's see what happens with 4 minutes and 16 seconds.
Dead on the 34-yard line. We're going to take a Burt CPA timeout. You're listening to Red Raider Radio. I think everybody in the stadium knows what's going to happen here.
They hand it to Madison. We're probably going to have maybe not an immediate timeout, because I believe they have 2 left, Rev.
2, yes. I can't hardly tell. The
lights are out over there.
Lights are out. They showing we with 3, but I know we've taken 2 this half.
Clock continues to run under 4 minutes now, 3:55. Raiders lead by 14, 35-21, as our defense once again, Rev, those mistakes, our defense has kept us in this ball game with a defensive score this evening.
I tell you what, they're thinking, they're wanting us to run the football, and I know that's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
We could get a touchdown here if we wanted to.
Probably could. Oh, we had a
motion penalty.
Yeah, and you see a kind of a wild dog right there, wild raider, as we would call it.
We tried to overload, and coach is very frustrated.
Yeah, and I don't know, and maybe I guarantee you some of the fans.
Hold on, we got an official coming from the side.
So maybe there was
he may be talking. It may be an
offside.
May have been an offside penalty. Let's see what he calls.
No, they're pointing that way.
See what he calls now.
Did somebody call a timeout? No flag.
No flag.
Timeout, Red Raiders.
Timeout, Red Raiders. Okay. He said he called a timeout. And we're going to take another Burt CPA timeout. You're listening to 93.5 The Eagle.
We're going to try to get a quick update from the sideline in just a moment from Mr. Joe Hayes on the Bennett and Johnson sideline report. But the Raiders are going to run a play here with 2nd down and 12 as they were able to get a timeout before a potential penalty call.
And now we're going to run this play, and immediately after that, we're going to go down to the sideline to talk to Joe Hayes with our Bennett and Johnson sideline.
And they're going to hand it to Madison up the middle, and he's just going to kind of push and shove and lean for another 5 yards. And the clock's going to continue to run, 3 minutes and 22 seconds.
Joe, tell us a little bit about the atmosphere down there on the sideline.
Well, at the beginning of the game, I told you that there was a calm before the storm. Well, the storm has been unleashed. These boys are fired up. They're cheering. They're jumping around, patting each other on the back. I tell you what, there's something really special with this group. You know, I told Coach in the coaches show this week, I said, Coach, you know, you always need a little bit of magic or something special, and it's just in the air. You know, with the coaches and the players, we've definitely got something special going on in Bacon County.
That's right. Dawson Jewell looks, takes a snap, he's going to hand it off to Madison. He's going to push forward. They're going to drag him down, and it's going to be 4th down on our own 39-yard line. Joe, what are the coaches? What have they been saying this half? It seems like it's a different football team.
Well, you know, there's not one specific star on this team. You know, we've got a bunch of good players, and all the players, the coaches are saying, you know, everyone is here for each other. And that's the first time, and sometime we've had that here in Bacon County where, you know, all the players are on one chord, and they're all playing their hearts out for each other, and it's showing on the field tonight.
Joe, was there a turning point? Was there anything said by the coaching staff after the mishap on the kickoff, the initial kickoff of the second half, that maybe generated some more effort or something there for the Red Raiders?
Well, we've been a second half team, you know, since season has started. And Coach just told them, let's finish this. Let's get out and execute. You know, and we come out and they did the onside kick. And I was worried at that point it stole a little bit of momentum from us, but Coach remained calm, and he looked at the players. He said, it's all right, let's stop them right here, and we'll pick back up, and we did. We made a big stop, and we drove down the field and scored.
And Rev just said earlier that this team has sort of taken on the demeanor of our coach, who is, it seems like nothing flaps him. You know, he stays steady Eddie. And we're going to get the punt right here from the Red Raiders, and that's big Trey Mobley as he booms it high, and it's going to take just bounce straight up in the air. Red Raiders are going to get on the ball. There's going to be 1 minute and 40 seconds.
We want to thank Joe Hayes for our Bennett Johnson sideline report. We appreciate Bennett and Johnson for all they do for us. Like you said, Trey Mobley, he's new punter for this week, and he's a big guy. I'm glad that he's back on our team, and Trey took on the number 29. You were not going to find that in your roster. The reason he wears number 29 is he's going to play defensive line, but he's also going to line up at tailback, or not tailback, but at a fullback position. He's going to clean it up for us. He's an uncanny athlete. He's about 6'1 or 6'2", weighs about 260, but he's quick as a cat.
He can move.
And Trey has got a big future for him on this team if he'll just stay with us.
All right, they got a little different, 2 wide to the bottom. We're going to have Legondrick coming down to cover these receivers. That's a quick pass, and it's incomplete. And this is what you run. The quarterback hit again. This is what you run into when you don't run these plays often at practice.
Well, and they're just they're in a bad situation here, Brent.
And they haven't been in this situation in their
Right.
first 2 games. Now, they have a game that was canceled last week. They had to reschedule, but their first 2 opponents, they were able to put them away pretty early, and they beat them handily, and they didn't have to run these type of plays. So, and again, it's a tough situation for anybody that runs this type of offense, whether you're good, mediocre, or not so good, to score when you need to in this situation.
Well, my hat's off to this new coach for them to be executing like they do on during this first season of learning the wing tee. I think they've executed very well. Jeff Davis is going to, if people come trying to sleep on Jeff Davis this year, they're going to get a rude awakening. They're big, they're physical, they've got some playmakers. I will say this, I think for Jeff Davis in this region throughout the rest of the season, if they're going to be successful, they're going to have to develop somewhat of a passing game. Would you agree with that? Thank you very much. They're going to have to develop a passing game of some kind. They've only tried to throw the ball 3 or 4 times tonight, and when you get behind like this, it's kind of like Georgia Tech. They're not known for throwing the ball, but Paul Johnson has run it so much. But if they get 2 touchdowns down late in the game, it's hard for them to come back, and I think that's the situation here. Now, they may hit a long one on us. They got some speed outside.
That's right.
They may hit one, but we are fixing to play our brand of defense now. We can open it up, and we can fly around.
Legendre may have a chance here for another pick. They're going to hand it to 21. He cuts up, and you can just see by the JD team, the air's pretty much out of them. They almost see reality setting in with 1:20 seconds. They have one timeout remaining. They have yet to call it. They're just and like you said, just a tough situation. This is sort of the score that I anticipated being maybe a 2-touchdown victory, or at least I hoped. I called it, but I didn't anticipate it. I thought it wouldn't be quite this close for so long. Here's that wide receiver out to the right. Legendre is going to cover in that wing T formation. And we're going to get an offsides, and there's that reverse, which is going to, again, we got plenty of guys here to tackle him, and we knock him out of bounds, and the clock's going to stop. Big hit there by number 18. That's Brenton comes up and makes a big hit on 34.
I'm worried about our 14. He took a shot to the head. We don't need Legendre to get hurt. He took a shot to the side of the head trying to lay a lick on somebody.
Folks, I'm going to call it right now. Maybe 44 seconds. I just want to not call it, but I just want everybody at home that wasn't with us to begin with understand what this possible win is going to mean for Raider Nation. Number 1, we're 1-0 in region play. Number 2, we have defeated a rival. And number 3, history will be made 4 in a row. No team in the 61-year history of football at Bacon County High School has there been a team to start the season 4-0. We'll be headed to Toombs next week to hopefully improve to 5. Here's the handoff up the middle, and we got to get a tackle, and we do after he gains about 8 for a first down.
They're going to call a timeout.
38 seconds.
Either they're calling a timeout or he's killing the clock to set the chains. Either one. I'm at least trying to throw the ball. Now, I don't want to get my quarterback hurt.
38 seconds. We're going.
Evidently, they're out of timeouts, even though the clock showed that 1 timeout was left. They kill the clock, so it should be second down and 10 or 11.
Looking for some scores around the state. I'm having trouble getting scores from my typical.
I knew Pierce County.
My typical way.
Was getting drilled by Brooks County.
I'm just interested in the Swainsboro Benedictine score.
Yeah, right.
I'm sure there's some chatter on the vent. He's going to step back to throw, and he does up the middle, and it's way out there, overthrown. It's going to be 4th down now. And if we can hold on one more play, we'll get into that oh so beautiful kneel down position. Let's see if I can't.
want to give a shout out to one of my best friends of all time, more like a brother than a friend, Todd Veal. Tell him I hope everything's going good for you, buddy, and you're in our prayers as you continue through this life. 29 seconds left.
3rd and long for the Jackets, and the quarterback is sacked, but he hands it off, and that was not a late hit. I mean,
No, he turned his back to us. They're going to call a late hit on us, but
it really wasn't. That was a football play. I think it just looked bad, but it was not a late hit, unless they considered him somewhat defenseless. But nonetheless,
he really pushed him down. He didn't just drag him down. It wasn't a terrible. But, you know, if it's my quarterback, I'm hollering for a flag, so we'll take it. 22.8 seconds left, 35-0, or 35-21, I'm sorry. We appreciate all of our sponsors and all of you that are listening. And we've already give a shout out to all of our linemen, our folks that work at the hospital, our first responders, our fire department, the people that work on the ambulances, everybody. We just appreciate what you've done for us in both communities, here in Jeff Davis and in Bacon County. We just got a great community here. These two communities, even though they are competitors, when they step across the lines, this is two communities, I think, that respect each other. There's not any hatred.
No.
There's just good old-fashioned, we want to beat you. And there's nothing wrong with that. Every game, baseball, basketball, the gyms are full, the baseball stands are full. It's just rivalry.
Raiders want to bow their back here to preserve a 14-point lead, I know, out of a little pride here with 22.8 seconds to go.
First down, there's probably 2 to 3 plays left here if they try to throw it.
30-18 is the score. Hold on, here we go with a pass to the outside. And this
bat
ball
the
is
ball
batted down.
Incomplete. Trey Mobley puts a paw up.
We do have a score, updated score on the Benedictine Swainsboro, 30-18. Not sure if that's final, but that's Benedictine is leading, 30-18. You had to think that team was going to be strong enough to pull away in the second half. Folks, you know, we all know it's unfair that they're in Double-A period, and obviously happen to be in our region. But you know, you're talking about it, and I don't blame the kids. I blame the system. They have a good program over there and a good coaching staff. But here's the snap, 16 seconds, pass that inside slant. Let's see if we can't get a tackle to keep it up. Fumble, and the Raiders are going to
pick it up.
Yep, we down the ball. The Raiders are going to recover the fumble, and that's going to do it there with 7 seconds. One kneel down, and the Raiders are going to be 4-0 on the season, 35-21 victory over the Jeff Davis Yellow Jackets.
And we're going to get in victory formation, and everybody on the Raider sideline is standing up. It's been great. We're going to travel next week to Toombs County to take on, I think, an undefeated Toombs. I don't know what their deal is this week if they're playing. I'm not sure. There's a lot of football that's being played this weekend, but there are some teams that, especially if they're playing folks on the coast or near the coast that had some damage from Irma, they're not playing this week, especially if it's a non-region contest. So I'm not sure about Toombs tonight, but we'll be going to the pit to play Toombs. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds.
That's going to do it.
And that's going to do it. And for the first time in the history of Bacon County football, your Bacon County Red Raiders are 4-0, 1-0 in the region, and we take this road trip to Toombs County to Lyons, Georgia next week. And I want to tell you, when you get there, save a little room because they got something over there called a Billy Burger that's the best in the state.
Well, I look forward to going. I like that stadium. I haven't been over there in a couple years. I didn't make the trip 3 years ago, a couple years ago due to a scheduling conflict. But just proud of this boys tonight. And again, the defense, I'm proud. You know, our coaching staff, we shoot ourselves in the foot, Rev. How many times? A couple times a game. We've done it all this season, but we've just found a way. We found a way to not quit and to make the adjustments needed to win a ball game and make some plays specifically on defense. And just don't forget Madison, Mad Dog Madison. Again, we don't have the statistics. He's close to 200 yards again tonight, averaging about 8 to 10 yards a carry. And he punished them when he was out on the field. Again, we only had about 8 possessions this game, and our defense was on the field the majority of the second quarter. second and third quarter. So again, just hats off to this staff, this team, every boy from the practice squad, JV guys, to the best senior on our squad. Just a huge night for the Red Raiders, and I hope they can loathe in it just a little bit before we have to prepare for a good Toombs County team.
You're exactly right. We're going to have our hands full next week. Toombs County, one of the early favorites to compete in the region. We're going down there in a hostile environment. I will tell you, if we make the kind of mistakes that we made tonight, we're going to be in trouble. We'll clean them up. I got a lot of confidence. We've said it over and over again, but our head coach and our coaching staff, our kids are taking on the demeanor of their coaches. I'm glad they're not taking on my demeanor, because sometimes I get excited. But such is football. Be sure this week to go to the church of your choice and worship. We've got a lot to be thankful for in this area. Pray for those that are hurting. Thank the Lord for his coverage and providence over us here. And remember, there's only one way, and he is the only way, the living way. We love you and we appreciate you, and we'll see you next week as your Red Raiders take on Toombs County Bulldogs.
I want to thank Raider Nation, all of Raider Nation, for joining us tonight on the NFHS Network, powered by Play On Sports. My name is Brent Johnson. This has been a broadcast live on the NFHS Network, powered by Play On Sports. I apologize for the earlier technical difficulties we had due to some connection issues that we were able to take care of. Again, I apologize for that inconvenience. On occasion, that happens on away games. But I want to thank our sponsors, audibly. That's Family Vision Care of Alma, Coley's Electric of Alma, and Plumbing Supply. And let's certainly not forget Mr. Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales. Again, just a tremendous victory tonight for the Red Raiders, as we somehow, we were able to get it done. We make a few mistakes, but